Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our social tutorial to see how to prepare the final presentation for our project. The first thing I want you to know, okay, is that what we're doing today is transferring the information you answered in the questions to the final format of the project. All right, so we're going to see my example and how you can edit it to create your family's project presentation. Let's go. So here we have today's planning, all right? If you go to social, you will see the following information. Hoy comenzamos la realización del formato final de nuestro proyecto de investigación. Os propongo realizar una presentación como la de My Project Model. Vamos a ver el videotutorial para aprender a editar la plantilla y sobre captura de imágenes en Google Maps. Fecha de entrega de la tarea el miércoles 13 de mayo. So you have 1 week to finish the project, all right? Here you have my project model, okay? And if you click in video tutorial, you will have the direct link to this video. And by clicking here in start, you will have access to your presentation. Let's see, okay? We're going to start with my project model. So if you click here, okay, you will have access to my model presentation, all right? So the first thing I want to show you, it is this, all right? What we're doing today is transferring the information you investigated in your families, okay, about all these different answers to the presentation. So as you can see, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, all right? And here in the presentation, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 slides, okay, for the answers, plus 1 extra slide with the general conclusions. We're going part by part, all right. So the first thing to do will be to create a main page for your project, okay, with the title of the project and the person who is doing this investigation, all right. The second one will be to answer the first question, where were you born? So you have the title for this slide, that it's me, the question, where was I born, and your answer. In my case, I was born in Valladolid. Second question, where were your parents born? So we create a new slide about your parents. You write the question, you answer where was your mother born, where was your father born, okay? And then later I will show you how to create, okay, these 2 pictures, okay? How to make a screenshot in Google Maps. Third question, where were your mom's parents born? So your mom's side, again, where were my mom's parents born? And you answer about your mom's mother and your mom's father. Fourth question, same thing about your father, okay? Title, question, where was your father's mom born? Where was your father's dad born, all right? Fifth question, has your mother and her family ever migrated from one place to another? How many times, when, and why? So that will be the slide number 6, okay? And here you will have to write all that information, okay? Same thing about your father. Has your father and his family ever migrated from one place to another? How many times, when, and why? So again, you put the title, you answer the question with all the information you researched, all right? And finally, have you ever migrated from one place to another? How many times, when, and why? So here you write about your personal migrations, okay, if you ever migrated, because I know that some students in our class have migrated, others you maybe haven't. So if in your situation you haven't ever migrated, okay, you can just skip, all right, this part of the project. So it won't be necessary to do this part. Or maybe you say, but Laura, instead of talking about my migrations, I would like to talk about my brother's migrations, or my sisters, or my uncles, or my cousins. So you could include another person of your family instead of you, all right? And the last part of the project will be the general conclusions, okay? So what have you learned here, okay, about your family? Have you discovered any pattern, any similar characteristic between your mother's side and your father's side? All right, so here you will report that kind of information. Okay, so after explaining you the general structure of the project, now I'm going to explain you how to edit, okay, the model that I'm giving you. So back to today's planning, all right, the next step you will have to do is click here to start. So we're going to click the story of my family, and you will have access, all right, to both classes, to 5A and 5B. I'm going to start here in 5A. Please look for your name, okay, your snippet, okay, name. So we'll have Gabriel, Zoe, Juan Pablo, etc., okay, and double click on that presentation to start working on it. All right, so I'm going to use Sebastian's, for example, all right, and we're going to see now how to edit the presentation. So I'm going to have my model and the template, okay, to see how you can edit your information. So we will start here on the cover, okay, or the main page of your presentation. Here you have the story of my family. So what you will have to do here is click, all right, and delete this information to write the story of my family. Okay, you will type in here your name, okay. Okay, if you want, you can add your class or whatever. And well, you see that here I added a Bitmoji. If you have an avatar or if you want to add any other photograph, all right, you can include one. All right, the second slide, May. All right, so the question is, where was I born? So I will come here and type, where was I born? And then your answer. I was born in blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. The same thing with the next slide, my parents. Okay, so the question, where were my parents born? So, where were my parents born? Okay, and I want to explain you here how to change the color, okay? Because here you can see that I used a pink background, all right? White letters, and on the right side, it is right the opposite. We have a white background and pink letters. So obviously, we have white letters and white background. We're not able to read what is in here. So what you just have to do is selecting this part of the question, all right? And come here, okay, to change the color of the writing. So I want to show you how to do this. Okay, you select this, okay, these letters, and we're changing, okay, here the color by clicking in the letter A that says color del texto. You choose pink, and there you see, okay? If you need to change the size of the letters, okay, what you can do here is clicking in the symbol plus, okay, and then just adjusting, okay, again, to the middle, all right, of the presentation. Or if you want to change the style, okay, of the writing, you can change it here, all right? So you have the style, size, bold, okay, or not, the italics, underlined, the color, all right? So there you have all you need. Okay, let's go back to this view, all right, and let's continue. Okay, so basically what you have to do is looking at my model and editing the information, okay, with your answers, okay? The next type of slide is the one about the migrations, okay? In this slide, you will have a longer piece of text, all right? So here you will complete all the details of the different movements, okay, of your mom's family migrations, your dad's family migrations, your personal migrations, okay? And finally, the conclusions, okay? I want you to pay attention to this part, okay? Because the general conclusions will be different to each of you, depending on what you observe in your family. So I give you some ideas for this part of the project. And it says, complete the section with the general conclusions of your investigation. You can use these questions to help you. For example, what can you write here? What have you discovered about your family? What have you learned? Is there any similarity between your mom's and your dad's migrations? Have you noticed any difference between the past and the present in your family? And here you could include different photographs related to the year in which your family migrated. You can include photographs where we see different people migrating from one country to another. I don't know, you could include a picture, whatever you want, all right? All right, so after learning how to edit all this information, the text, the style, the color, the size, I want you to show how to include Google Maps into your presentation, okay? So let's go. Okay, so let's imagine that we're in after the main page of the main slide of the project. You go to the first slide, that is where was I born, and you need to include the map here. What are we going to do? We open an internet, okay, window in Google or any other browser that you're using, and you type, okay, Google Maps. All right. So we open Google Maps, okay? And what we have to look is for the place where we were born. In my situation, it's Valladolid. So I type it, okay? And now what I'm doing is zooming out. All right. So that's it. You can also zoom in and out using the scroll, okay, in your mouse. So there I have, okay, and I see that Valladolid is right here. How can I capture, okay, this picture? If you are in a computer, okay, and you use Windows, what you can do is coming here, okay, to Inicio, and there is a folder that says Accesorios de Windows. And you have a tool that is Herramienta Recortes. We're going to open this tool, okay? And you will have a window similar to this one, okay? So we select Recorte Rectangular, okay? And Nuevo, all right? So we click in Nuevo, and what we're doing is capturing this picture. Now what we just have to do is copiar, okay? So I click here, copiar, and I come to my presentation, okay? I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to paste my picture, pegar. And that's all, okay? Next slide. Where were my parents born? Okay, my mom was born in a village called Prádanos de Ojeda. So I'm going back to Google Maps, and I am changing the destination, Prádanos de Ojeda. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Okay, I adjust the size. And again, I come to Recortes, Recorte Rectangular, Nuevo. Copy, I delete this, paste, and that's it. Same thing with my father, okay? With your grandparents, and that's it. Okay, so next step, the migrations, okay? So after including your mom's grandparents and your dad's parents maps, okay? We're going to start with the migrations. After completing all this information on the left, okay, we're going to include the map. So I'm going to think about my mom's family migrations, all right? I'm coming again to Google Maps, okay? And remember that my mom was born in Prádanos de Ojeda. So I will look for Prádanos de Ojeda in Google Maps, and now I'm going to create the journey, okay? From the destination, sorry, from the origin to the destination. So I click in Cómo llegar, okay? And I'm going to click on this arrow because I want to change Prádanos de Ojeda from destination to be the origin, okay? So now I have here Prádanos de Ojeda. Destination, my family, my mom's family, migrated from Prádanos de Ojeda to Madrid. So now what I'm writing here is Madrid. And here I have, okay, the journey. In my mom's side, after migrating to Madrid, they migrated to Valladolid. So I'm going to click here in Añadir Destino, all right? So there I have, okay, Prádanos de Ojeda, Valladolid, Prádanos de Ojeda, Madrid, and Valladolid, okay? So again, what I'm doing is zooming out, Nuevo, screenshot, copy, and paste. And that's it, all right? Alternatively, what you can do, all right, is also including arrows. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to include arrows here on the presentation. If you want to include an arrow, okay, because maybe this map, it can be a bit confusing, what you can do is come in here, okay, to this tool, Linea, and select the option of Mano Alzada. So what you can, I can specify here that my family first migrated to Madrid, and I'm going to edit the color of the line, the thickness, and also I'm going to include, okay, the ending, okay, as an arrow shape. And then my family migrated from Madrid, so again, Mano Alzada, to Valladolid. I edit the color, pink, thickness, and that's it. I think that's too big, so I'm going to reduce much better the thickness. Okay, so you can use the two options, all right? You can use Google Maps and you can use the arrows as well. And this is all you have to do, okay? First transferring the information and then using Google Maps to look for the places where your different members in your family were born and the migrations in it, all right? If you have any questions, you can ask me in Classcraft and I will help you, all right? And now, okay, and now what I would like to explain you is how to do this project if you are not working on a personal computer, okay? If you're working on a tablet or if you haven't got a computer or a tablet and you want to do the project in a different way, okay? So if you're working on a tablet like an iPad or maybe an Android tablet, okay? You will have to open Google Maps as well, all right? If you have an iPad or an Android tablet, you will, let me see, okay, that's it, okay. You will have different applications and you will have one that it can be Maps, okay? So I'm going to click on Maps, all right? and you will have access to the same things that you have in the computer, okay? So by clicking here, okay, you can type your destination. So I'm going to write here, Valladolid. You search for the destination, okay? And if you have the satellite mode and you want to see just the map, okay, what you can do is changing here, okay, the view and change it from satellite to mapa, all right? So there you have, one moment, okay, and I close it. So there you have, okay, now the map view, and you just, okay, zoom out. So you see Spain's map, all right? And if you want to include the destination, okay, you will do the same thing. Type the new destination and you will see how to get there. How to make the capture of the screenshot. In iPads and tablets, what you usually have to do is clicking two buttons. On iPads, you have to click in the middle, okay? And also on this top button that we have here. That you have here. So if you click these two buttons at the same time, all right, what you do is, okay, this picture will be stored in the photo gallery of your tablet, okay? I don't have an Android tablet, but if you have, I think it will be something similar by clicking two buttons at the same time to capture the image you have on it, all right? And Laura, I haven't got a computer, I haven't got a tablet, what can I do? You have different options, okay? With information you researched in your family, with the answers to the questions, what you can do is maybe a poster, okay? Or you can create, I don't know, a flap book, or you can record a video where you explain all this information and show different pictures of your family using a map and pointing where they were born, what their migrations were, okay? Or any other ideas or suggestions that you have, and you can ask me, Laura, I thought of doing my project in this way, and maybe, I don't know, using Lego toys or Playmobiles and creating a map on your bedroom and then moving them and explaining all this information, okay? You have different options. I give you the option to do the virtual presentation. You can create a video or a poster or using toys. It's up to you, okay? Feel free to do whatever you want, because I'm sure that you will create a great project, all right? And that's all for today, okay? If you have any questions, please just ask me in the Classcraft chat, and I will be very pleased to help you. One more thing. Tomorrow we have art, okay? But I am not giving you any new activity for arts and crafts. So I would like you to use that arts and craft class to continue with this project, okay? Because it has part of an artistic side. All right? That's all. Have a nice day, a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.